Hey, it's Sol with another video, and today we're going to go over this little bit of a teaser trailer for the new animated shorts that are going to come out right before the Battle for Azeroth expansion. This should go without saying, but I'm going to spoil a couple of things that happen in the Battle for Azeroth expansion. I know it's in the near future, but I don't want to piss any of you off. If you haven't seen it already, well, you're kind of seeing it right now, but what I'm going to do today is kind of break down each of these little scenes and try to explain what the heck is going on and do a little bit of a speculation. So, I guess without further ado, here we go. The very first shot is already surprised me because I didn't think that this was going to be an animated thing. I thought this was just a drawing, a painting that was done by one person, that there wasn't going to be anything interactive going, but goodness, it's moving! It's pretty crazy. Obviously, we're seeing Sylvanas looking painfully surprised. Nathanos is just kind of, he's happy that he's standing next to his Dark Lady, I guess. Saurfang looking awesome as usual in his old Wrath set gear, which I find interesting. I suppose that they designed Saurfang's new look after they had constructed this entire set piece, which, is pretty cool. These three cinematics are covering the ladies of Warcraft. In this case, it's going to be Azshara, Sylvanas, as well as Jaina. This seems pretty clear that we're looking at Azshara here, probably after the event of the Sundering, where everyone got sucked into the Maelstrom, or whatever they call it, and shortly before they all got, well, I guess usurped by the old gods. Pretty cool, the tiara slipping away, those golden eyes signifying that they are part of the Highborn, the most awesome magic users in the Kaldorei race. A lot of good it's doing them right now. Here we see Jaina going somewhere. She's not teleporting, she's just on a boat, passing by what looks like a lot of dead people. It wouldn't surprise me if this was a scene after the events of Teldrassil, since at least so far we don't see Jaina before that, but we do suddenly see her in the Battle for Lordaeron scenario. We just don't know exactly how that happens, but in the meantime this may be her surveying the damage. Or I'm totally wrong. Not sure who this cutie is. This kind of maybe looks like an orc, maybe an elfish skull. This one looks pretty interesting. Off the top of my head, this might be a ship from Kultras, but it looks spectral, like it's a ghost ship of some sort. And here she is at an unknown location, looking pretty badass, probably having an internal monologue by herself. War did not break them. That is going to be very apparent. This scene looks a little bit overly dramatized, but it looks like we're in Silvermoon. Arthas and his undead army are facing off against Sylvanas Windrunner before she got turned. Here's more of Jaina in the love boat, and we have someone guiding her as if she's being taken down the river Styx. Maybe she's having a near-death experience or an actual death experience, but from the look of things so far, I am most excited to see the Jaina-related content. Sylvanas and Azshara, there might be flashbacks that might reveal some new information, which might be cool, but I think I'm just more interested in Jaina's so far. That's a lot of eyeballs. I'm sure it's definitely not the old gods and just something else that has a lot of eyeballs. I'm just kidding. It most definitely is the old gods. These two shots kind of throw you off a little bit. The first scene definitely looks like a ship's captain fighting off a bunch of orcs. The second, Sylvanas is about to watch one of her comrades probably get his butt handed to him. Never mind, she looked away. This scene's a little bit interesting. This alludes to the idea that there were in fact Kaldorei withered even back then before the Sundering. Assuming that this is a pre-Sundering flashback, and that is in fact Queen Azshara, I find this pretty interesting, and I wonder if any of the other Kaldorei happen to know about this. Arthas looks kind of mad, maybe frustrated. This is probably after Sylvanas is defeated and he just shanks her in the chest. Or this might be the gesture that he does right before he turns into a banshee. And yes, that definitely seems like the case. Jaina's having more of her mind trip, and it's a little unclear whether or not those birds are illusions as well, so she might be close to land. But she's not having a good time. The yellow above her is one of those indicators that whatever things are surrounding her, those are like, maybe, I don't know, the spirits of the dead. There just seems to be a ton of guilt weighing down on her. And now she's the Lich King. I'm just kidding. It made them. With these three ladies, I suppose that's true. Even though Azshara doesn't have a whole lot of presence. With her, we have a lot of catching up to do. This looks like the Sundering had just started to happen. Those buildings are pretty indicative of old Night Elf architecture. It's a little bit hard to tell what Azshara is doing here, if that is in fact her. It looks like she might be actually trying to defend her people, so she's not a total asshole. I mean, you can't be an awesome queen if there's no one alive to worship you, so I guess maybe she is an asshole. Sylvanas gets banshee-fied, or evil-fied, however you want to interpret that. Okay, whatever it is, it's frightening. Warbringers. Interesting title. The series title of the shorts for Warlords of Draenor was called Lords of War. The Legion series was called Harbingers. And this time, Warbringers. Between Sylvanas and Azshara, that seems pretty apparent, but with Jaina, it seems a little bit unsure. We're gonna have to see the full cinematics to really understand what's going on, so be sure to subscribe and check back here when we do get these cinematics, and I'll be doing a review of those as they come in as well. There's gonna be a lot to unpack, and I look forward to taking a look and sharing my reactions with you. As always, please support the channel the best way you know how so I can keep giving you this and all things Warcraft. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.